Yes, yes, yes. We are live. We are live. We are live. We are
Live. We are live.
Make sure you log on to doggiediamondsnofilter.com, my official website. Doggiediamondsnofilter.com. On there, you're going to find videos that you might have missed, as well as my merch, as well as my social media platforms. Everything is on doggiediamondsnofilter.com. Make sure you log on there on the daily. Listen, and I have a promotion that I'm doing that's going to end really soon, so you want to take advantage of this. But have you heard about my $100 promo deal? If you didn't, let me give you some details. The promotion will be done on Doggie Diamonds TV and the Interlude TV. That's on the Insta stories, the YouTube community, Threads, Facebook, Twitter accounts. I can promote whatever you need. But as a reminder, this is for serious inquiries only. Must be Cash App ready. I can help you bring more awareness to your products for over 500,000 people. Just contact me at Doggie Diamonds on Instagram, at Doggie Diamonds on Instagram. Let's go. Yes. As you are tuned in. Let me get to the supporters in the chat room. We got Platinum Trophy in the room already. Mega Bills is here. Chakra King Black is in the building. Nate Jackson is here. Mr. Watson is here. Charleston, South Carolina is in the building. I got family in Charleston. Unpopping Opinions is here. Beautifully Balanced is here. Zone 864 TV. CKRET Society is in the building. Layla, good night to you as well. How are you? We got Nisha Shabazz in the building. We got Virgo Smith is in the building. We got Hey, Cosmatic Gusta in the building. Neltron 8000 is in the building. Pocket Full of De Niro Beats, who's a member of the channel, is here. Mumu74 is in the building. Elmatic, what's up? Chico Low 914 is in the building. Watt Slice, what's up? Yu-Gi-Oh! Realms. I think I said that right. Sean Briggs, what's up? Don't forget.
Doggie Diamonds did
Yes. Gav is in the building. Bernadette Burney is always here. H-Child is always here. April Brown is here. She is a member of the channel. That's why she's in green. The green people are, you know, a little bit more special because they're members. Be More Best, what's up? Phantasma B, how are you doing? SMS 130. Mizzy, what's up? What is up? Don't forget. And if you forget, Brooklyn GQ, what's up? And if you forget,
Doggie Diamonds did this.
yes, I'm here. Give y'all some dialogue for a little while. Just bear with me. Got on the blue light tonight. I didn't even really want the blue light on. Yes, thank you. I appreciate you being here, H-Child. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Y'all gotta go green. Become a member of the channel. Yes. C, what's up? Yes, 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 yes. I'm here. Bomani. UFG. It's my brother right there is in the building. Yes. Don't forget.
Doggie Diamonds did this.
Yes. Kitchen Clothes Podcast. We can mute it and do this.
Doggie Diamonds did this. Doggie Diamonds did this.
Why I hit that button twice? I wasn't supposed to hit the button twice. I don't know what the hell I was doing. What's up, y'all? PJ Allen, I see you in the building. What's up, man? What's up? What's everybody doing? I know y'all sitting around anticipating food tomorrow. As for me, I had a light day, very, very low calorie day because I know I'm going to go in tomorrow. Hit the gym today. I got a sauna, a personal sauna that you can sit right in your crib. If you want to know the link for it, I'll give you my referral link. I got that in the crib, sat in the sauna. Thriller to Fight 2 on VR. If you play that boxing game, I guarantee you that it will be the sorest you ever will be. Sore. Like you worked out, like you fought a bear. I got so much respect for boxers after playing that game. Thriller to Fight 2, and I got my ass kicked twice. So I got to make some content out of that because I ain't going to just be here getting beat the fuck up on any game, you know. So, yeah. I'm here. I wanted to talk to y'all about some stuff tonight. Just make some corrections for the culture. It's not nothing really personal. Not no personal attacks on nobody, but you know, when I see somebody say something erroneously that I think could affect y'all, I have to say something about it because it's important. It's very, very important. And Wallo said something that I need to correct. And this kid, Kai Cenat, definitely said something that I need to correct. Be more best. Happy holidays to you as well. So where do we start? I guess we would start with Wallo. Wallo was on Gilbert Arenas' show, and he made some statements. Gilbert Arenas got a dope show, and I want to just show y'all some stuff really quick because it's very, very important that we put everything in its proper perspective, especially when we in these spaces. We got content creators. We got people with YouTubes. We got people with podcasts. We got people with channels, whether it's Twitch, whatever. And he says something that I want to bring to y'all attention. And I think it will resonate with y'all. But shout out to Wallo. Shout out to Gilly and Wallo. Gilly, I know personally. I never met Wallo before. But shout out to $1 Million Worth of Game. Shout out to Wallo for caring. Shout out to Wallo for always trying to give a good word. I respect it. Neltron, I appreciate you for trying to give a good word. But let's go what he said really quick, and then I'm going to give you my my rebuttal to it.
So, guys, Wallo, what's one thing you're thankful for?
I'm thankful for really I'm thankful that the independent people is creating the platforms now. They had the true voices.
So he said he's thankful that the independent people are creating true platforms. Remember that he said that.
Because the way y'all talking right here, everybody talking right here, this is how we talk in our own basements, with our own homies, with our own, this is how y'all really talk. And I think now we really creating our own voice. We got more powerful voices. We getting real money.
Real money.
I don't know if a lot of people know, but.
Okay, so let me stop right there. I could play it. Well, no, let me go back because y'all might just, if anybody came in the room, or I want to put it in its proper context. I want you to understand why I'm going to say what I'm going to say.
So, guys, Wallo, what's one thing you're thankful for?
I'm thankful for really I'm thankful that the independent people is creating the platforms now. They had the true voices. Because the way y'all talking right here, everybody talking right here, this is how we talk in our own basements.
Okay, so he said the independent people are creating platforms. I'm going to have to respectfully disagree with him. Yes, we are creating platforms. But saying the independent people are creating platforms is erroneous because he's not independent. He signed to Barstool Sports. So you're not independent. The platform word is being used too loosely. Respectfully, I want to say this to y'all. I'm saying this about myself as well. I'm saying this about Gilly and Wallo. I'm saying about Gilbert Arenas. I'm saying it about Joe Button. I'm saying it about everybody. We do not have a platform. We do not have a platform. We have shows, we have sets, we have setups, we have names, and we have logos, but we do not have our own platform. You understand what I'm saying to you? So when we say we creating our platforms, these are not our platforms. We have shows that's on a platform, but we can be deplatformed. YouTube is not our platform. We did not create that. So when you say you created we created our platform, no, we didn't, because we don't have a YouTube. We don't have a Twitch. We don't have a Facebook. We also don't have an X. We don't have an Instagram. We do not have our platform. So when you hear people saying my platform, you was on my platform, respectfully, we don't have platforms. I don't have a platform. I had one when I had Forbes DVD. That was my platform. Now I have other channels, other websites, but it's not geared for this. YouTube is not my platform. It is not their platform. So if you have a show and you put it on YouTube and you say, I got a platform, YouTube is the platform because you could be deplatformed. Black people don't have a platform. We don't. Alex Jones got taken off of YouTube. You know what he did? He built his own website. That's his platform. Tasha K has a platform. Michi X, yes, has a platform. There are people who have platforms where it can't be taken from them. We have shows, we have podcasts, we got great graphics, great sets, great microphones, great sound, great camera work, but we do not have a platform. YouTube is not ours. Facebook is not ours. Instagram is not ours. So whenever you create something and you put it on there, because if we had a platform, then somebody like Academics wouldn't have been able to get removed from Twitch, and now he's on Rumble. So let's not get it twisted. We all need our own individual platform. I need to make Doggie Diamonds TV an actual functioning website to where if anything happens with this, you can go see me there. That's something that I'm working on in the next few months. But we have to stop saying we have platforms because we don't. And then he said something on there where he said independent voices, but all these people that so-called have independent voices have deals. When you have a deal, you're no longer independent because his show is on Barstool Sports. So you're not independent. I'm saying that with all due respect. Shout out to them. They got their situation. I'm happy that anybody got a situation to get them some money to do what they do. Also, you're saying this is how we talk in our basements. No, it's not. Because we have to be politically correct because we're on their platform. That ain't how, you know how we talk when we in the basements, when we in the barbershops, when some of the ladies is in the hair salon, when we on the phone, when we playing the game. You know how we talk. We can't talk our talk. Why? Because we don't have our own platform. We can't be open and honest. Because if we say certain things, we will get deplatformed. David Icke, you just name them. Many people are deplatformed. The president, the sitting president, got kicked off of Twitter at one point. So we can't be fronting like we got our own platforms and this is how we talk. That's not how we talk. We know we're raw, uncut. We're more open and honest with one another. And we're able to say things to one another that we can't say publicly. But we understand what we're saying. We know why we're saying what we're saying to each other. And it makes perfect sense. And then when we get on these platforms, we got to watch what we say. Know why? Because it ain't our platform. We just got shows and logos. We just got shows, logos, beautiful camera work, sets. We got all that. We know what we doing. We got beautiful artwork. We know what we doing, but we don't have a platform. So let's not use that word so loosely. We don't have a media platform. We don't got social media platforms. We don't have any of those things. And one of the biggest things and the hardest things to do is when you have a platform is how is it going to be able to stay afloat? When I had Forbes DVD, when we had I don't want to say because it wasn't just mine. When we had ForbesDVD.com, the server fee was $400 a month. We never had a deal for that website. We were independent. So when we was getting the money that we was getting from other things, we was putting it back into the server fee. We never had a deal. Complex never accepted us. Many of these sites never accepted us. Why? Because we were independent. We came in the culture how we came in the culture. We wasn't co-signed. So they didn't, accept what we was doing, even though the thing that we innovated became the culture. But they didn't accept us. They didn't accept me. I wasn't one of their college friends. I wasn't a true blue journalist in the sense of I was in front of a typewriter or a word processor. I was just out there going out there with a camera. Yo, let me ask you these questions. It became innovation for what you see everybody doing now. But no, when I was doing that, not too many people was doing that. It was just a couple of us brothers from the DVD era, but it damn sure I brought it to the internet, right? But I had a platform though that I didn't need YouTube, and I didn't. There, $400 a month was Forbes DVD. $400 a month. I promise you, $400 a month for the server fee. And we talking from 2006 to 2015, 9 years. That's how much, you know, and you don't pay the fee, the website go down. That's why a lot of those old videos are not on YouTube, because we had our own server. That was my platform. So I was able to say and do whatever I wanted because I had my own platform, which I want to reestablish. Because again, you say the wrong thing, you're deplatformed. You say the wrong thing, they could remove this from you, remove that from you. When I have my own thing, again, you can't remove nothing from me. And that doesn't mean that I could be wild and reckless and say what I want and just, you know, talk out of turn. It's not about being politically correct. It's about not being insensitive. But I am a truth teller, and I want to be able to tell the truth where everybody can understand it. And if you're offended, sometimes that's your problem. The truth is very offensive, but to me, the lie is more offensive. I'd rather hear the ugly truth than a beautiful lie. You know, and then sometimes my truth is my truth. Like, we all have the right to have our individuality and our opinions and our thoughts. We're supposed to compare and contrast and come up with the best answer that's for the greater good of everybody, or come up with the greatest answer that's for the greater good of you. But I think a lot of times when we speak and we hear people will be trying to, yo, this is the way it is, and this is the way it gotta go. And if you don't agree with me, you're not this or you're not that. That's what I'm not really into. You know, I don't agree with a lot of people. I don't even really know too many people I actually agree with, but it's not the end of the world. Like, I don't agree with Wallo. I don't agree with him saying platforms. And this is not a slight to him. This ain't no beef. This ain't no, you know, Wallo is somebody that I look at as a comrade in truth. He cares. It's somebody that's a brother that I never met, but we have to be careful with this platform word, because it's very deceiving, and we will start thinking that we have more power than we actually have. So when you say, you know, the independent voice, the independent people is creating their own platform, yeah, at what cost though? And what happens in this independence? Because in the independence, like myself, in the independence, you get drowned out by people who are funded. That's why some people, that's all in your algorithm, they're all in your timeline, they're all in your feed, because it's called marketing and promotion dollars that are put into certain people. Salute to them. I'm not mad at nobody. If I had the money, you would see me all over your feed too, you know. But I'm not funded by anybody. Why? Because some of my takes and some of my content has not been, as I showed y'all before, even with people like Blue Chew, it hasn't been in alignment for what they're trying to push. You know, so when you come into the culture and you don't drink, you don't smoke, you're not a deviant, what can you sell to our people? Because they think we all drink, smoke, get high, vape, and fuck. So when you come into the culture and that doesn't fit you, how can they use you as a vehicle to get the people? They really can't use me for nothing. And if I come into, see, when I put out the APB for water, there's no responses because they don't think we drink water. You know, I want a supplement company. You know, I'm working on some stuff. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not saying I'm gonna give up, but if I had some liquor here, if I had certain things, it would be easier for me. You know, it would be easier. You know, and I want to find a safe energy drink as well too. But that's all the things that I'm working on in the future. So I'm not giving up, but I'm just saying, if I got high in front of you, drunk in front of you, or sometimes just acted a damn fool, they reward you because us being in a culture has always been a parody. They've always, when you look back at us first being on screens, it was us. It was like slapstick. It was about us being made fun of via blackface, or we were doing goofy shit. We were their entertainment. So me, as y'all know, I like to have fun. I'm one of the biggest jokesters. I think I'm a comic on the low, but I don't want to play myself. I don't want to I don't have I'm not gonna go out of the realm of who I am for money. And that's just my problem. That ain't got nothing to do with y'all. You know what I'm saying? That ain't got nothing to do with y'all. That's my own personal plight. Because some people will take the bread, and I ain't mad at nobody who take the money. At this state of life, whoever do what they do is what they do. It just ain't for me. And I ain't even mad at nobody. Get yours. Get yours how you gotta get yours. But I know how they be using people, and I know how they be playing us against each other. And I just don't want to be no clown. I'd rather you laugh with me than at me. That's me. That's why I do a lot of things in jest and I have fun, because I'd rather be laughing with y'all than y'all laughing at me. And then every time you look at me, you say, "You're stupid," because stupid is stupid. And what happens is it became like a fake terms of endearment, but stupid is stupid. So when people say, "Yo, he's stupid," I'm offended by being called stupid. That's just me personally. I never wanted to be stupid. So when we call each other, "Yo, he's stupid," shout out to I see Drewski all over. Shout out to him, but that's what he chose for him, and that's his lane. A lot of the Instagram comics or skit doers, that's their lane. That wasn't for me, and it worked for them. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them for what they do. But that was never my thing. I never wanted to be a jester. I never wanted to be looked at as a clown. Just as me personally. You know what I'm saying? I could have fun, but I'm not dancing a jig for nobody, not even for other black people, because I find that you're rewarded. I find that you're rewarded the less intelligence you show, because you're harmless and you're not here to really implement or provoke change or the thought. You're here to be a clown, and they're gonna reward you for being a clown because they don't want us to be serious or to be taken serious. So that's why, for those who do it, shout out to them. Get yours. Get your mansions, get your cribs, get all of that. It's just gonna be a little slower for some of us in achieving our things, but it is what it is. And that's a personal decision. That has nothing to do with you. So if anybody in the chat decides to do something, I don't really even be caring. But I really wanted to say that to y'all. Stop being fooled by thinking that we have platforms. You got a YouTube channel, your channel's successful, whether you got 1 million subscribers, 4 million, 5 million, 100,000, 200,000, it could get snatched from you because it's not our platform. Just don't say you got a platform. You don't. We don't have platforms. We have shows, we have podcasts, we have great logos, great camera work, but this shit could get snatched right from you. So don't say your platform. Let's use other words, and let's work on getting a platform that could be run, operated, sponsored, and give us more of the pie. Dame Dash has American New, so I believe that he's working on his own app. That's his platform. Although he uses YouTube, but I know he has an app as well. So when you have your own app, like URL, the Battle League, they have the URL app. They stopped putting the battles on YouTube. They was putting it on the app. But they also had, at one point, Caffeine. Caffeine was the platform. Caffeine said, we no longer want to do battle rap. That's it. That's not their platform, URL that is, to make that call. So when Caffeine say, hey, we don't want to do battle rap no more, there's no more battle rap on Caffeine. I don't care what you did. See what I'm saying? So, yeah. And also, I wanted to to continue with some of the things that he had to say and give y'all information. He also said this.
With our own homies, with our own, like, this is how y'all really talk.
That's, like I said, that's incorrect. That's not how dudes talk. They talking how they have to talk within the confines of what they're allowed to say on a platform. Because you know we a little bit more intricate, a little bit more foul-mouthed, some of us, and a little bit more open and honest. So people are being politically correct for ad revenue, and you have to because it's not our platform. Let's go.
And I think now we really creating our own voice. We got more powerful voices. We getting real.
We really don't have more powerful voices because what are we really talking about? Gilbert Arenas and them talk about basketball. Shout out to them, and they're ex-basketball players, so they're qualified to talk about. But I don't find that to be powerful. What's powerful about talking about basketball? There's nothing powerful. It's not empowering to talk about basketball. It's just something to talk about. So you can't say, we got powerful voices. Like, so does Skip Bayless. We got to be careful what we gassed off of. We got to be careful about what we celebrating victories over, because is it really a victory? But continue.
Money.
Real money.
I don't know if a lot of people.
See, again, the bottom line was what? Getting money. That's not always the bottom line. Money is not the bottom line. I mean, money is essential, important. Matter of fact, the super chat is open and also the Cash App. So we're not going to act like we don't need capital to make things happen. But when you get in money and you have this faux power and you got this faux platform, and when I say faux, I don't mean faux as an op. I mean FAUX. When you got this faux power and this faux platform and this faux idea that your word means something, that is very, very, very scary, because we don't have no power. As well, we don't have no platform. But let's go.
Money.
Real money.
I don't know if a lot of people know, but podcast contracts the same as the NBA.
That's cap. That's cap. Podcast contracts is not as the same as the NBA, because some of these players could make anyway from I think the lowest base salary might be a player's exemption, like I don't know the correct terminology, so I'm not gonna attempt. But I think the lowest base player might make $5 million a year. It ain't too many podcasters making $5 million a year. I'm just being honest with y'all. I know it's a lot of cap. People saying they signed $100 million. I'm just telling y'all they not telling the truth. Because even some of the people who saying that they signed, like respectfully, Gilly and Wallo, it was reported that they signed for $100 million and all that. I think people will let the narrative run because they want people to think that they're successful and they have money. But if I'm not mistaken, Barstool Sports is not even worth $100 million, and the owner of Barstool Sports don't even have $100 million. So why would somebody give you $100 million and the whole company is not worth $100 million? That means they base their whole company on you. And you made more money than the damn owner. So come on, man. Veteran minimum. Thank you, Big Smoke 727. That's what I was looking at.
In my field, same as the NBA. In my field,
So
podcast contracts the same as the NBA.
that's cap.
In my field,
That's cap.
you know what I mean? Like, I just want to say that it's like so,
That's
and it's
cap.
like the opportunities of this, what this did to the world.
I agree with
whereas
that.
though you could literally be on your phone in your crib and never leave and put up 100 million.
See, that's cap. 100 million? 100 million? And you don't leave the crib? See, we got to be honest, because as we do things and we become successful in what we doing, we have people who want to parrot what we doing. And we want to be able to show them the way and teach them the way. But what we not going to do and what we shouldn't do is misinform people, because that makes that turns into the San Francisco gold rush. That makes everybody go running doing it only for a disappointment. Because what is your show about? Who is your audience? What is your show about? Who is your audience? And dudes is acting like they making Joe Rogan money. We got to be honest. We really have to be honest. So you could get a bunch of brand deals. But again, for somebody like me, that don't work. I mean, that don't drink, don't smoke, don't have no lady sitting next to me, that I'm not selling deviants. I'm not selling you any of those things. So there's no way that dudes is putting up 100 million. We got to be open. We got to be honest. That's dishonest.
Yeah.
You get a 5-year guarantee, 100 million. For streaming and everything.
Everything.
Like,
cap.
this is real.
Nah, that's cap.
It's like, I'm just so thankful that technology has came and we can create,
That's
like,
cap.
look at this shit, bro. Like, you got big time platforms that shit is not touching this.
Facts.
Again, this is not a platform. It's not a platform. And that's important. It's not a platform. It's a great show. But if YouTube decide tomorrow you're in violation of the terms of service, 3 strikes, we out. You see, they took my monetization away. It can happen to any of us at any time. It doesn't matter gender, race, ethnicity, none of that. It can happen to anybody at any time. But go ahead.
So it's like we're teaching everybody out there that's watching this that they can create their own platform and go to the next level.
That's the. You see what he just said? Go right here. Let me play that again.
Teaching everybody out there that's watching this that, bro, like, you got big time platforms that shit is not touching this.
Facts.
So it's like we're teaching everybody out there that's watching this that they can create their own platform and go to the next level.
That's cap. Because there's more to it than that. You got graphics, you got audience, you got SEO, you got team, you got camera people, you got microphones, you got lapels, you have different cameras, you have lighting. You can't just say we're teaching people you could just create a platform and go to the next level, because it's not that easy. And I think people need to start being honest and telling people it's not that easy to do this. You can do it, but it's not easy. And I ain't going to tell none of y'all that it's easy to do, because it's not. Imagine having to do something every day because now you created a lifestyle. So when you don't do it and the views is lower, you demonetized. I was demonetized for 6 months. 6 months. 6 months. I didn't get $1 off this. It could happen. So we have to be honest with the people and tell the people, yo, in this could happen, that could happen. We can't just, why would we tell all people, yo, create a platform and you could go to the next level? Because why is our next level always something to do with entertainment at the same time? We're not telling people create a book club. We're not telling people create something that we could learn, something for the children. It's always party, bullshit, entertainment, cameras, and that. And I think that our lane is crowded with so-called content creators that's not really creating content. So it takes a certain skill, a certain drive to do this, man. Yo, you know how tired I be after sitting in the seat for 2 hours? I done worked out today. This is like a job because I got to do my thumbnail. I got to do all that. And you could have a whole team. But even in our culture, when we put together these teams, look how our teams break up. And even professional teams break up. So I'm not saying it's us. Sports teams break up. Steve Jobs and Bill Gates broke up at one point, but continue, Wallo.
Like, the new sports is not just playing ball, football, it's streaming, podcasting, creating a show, gaming.
See?
That's real.
It's like, and I'm thankful for technology.
See? That's I get what he's saying. Wallo, to me, is a motivational speaker. He's a motivational speaker. He's the type that'll convince you that you are great, make you get up, and motivate you to be great. But when it comes to the actual tangibles, I don't believe he can teach you that. I don't believe that he could teach you the back end stuff. I don't believe that he can teach you, how to do graphics. I don't think he could teach you that. I don't think he could teach you how to do this and how to move certain things. And I don't think he could teach you that. I don't think he could teach you this. This is what you need to do that. Because when we think about team, the first person in team, the team starts with you. It's your idea. So if you can't teach people how to do graphics, if you can't teach people how to do certain things, why would you motivate them to do something that is more entailed in what they have to do? So I believe he's a motivational speaker. I believe that he means well, but we got to be open and honest with people. And we have to let people know all the tangibles that's needed to be in this culture and to be successful. It ain't no just picking up no camera. What we like to do is we always like to make it seem like how easy it was. Yeah, I just started rapping last week and I got a deal. Nah, we can't do that. We got to be open and honest with each other. So that's why when you hit me up and you do a consultation with me, for anybody who's ever done a consultation with me, I actually make you a whole video tutorial of how to do this from step 1 to the last step. That's showing people how to do it. Not just saying you can do it, because now where do you start? I want to do a podcast. Where do I start? A lot of people don't know where to start. It's people that I know with podcasts. I say, yo, what's your aggregator? They be like, what the hell are you talking about? Oh, I don't know. Such and such handles that. Then such and such has a falling out with the team. And then he takes his knowledge away from the team because he don't want them to win no more. Now they scurrying around like, damn, how do we upload our own podcast? So we have to be very careful when we're telling each other, you can just do this because it's not that easy. One thing I cannot do is go get a scalpel and operate on somebody's brain. It is not that easy. I cannot pick up a sewing machine and make me a pair of pants. It is not that easy. There are people who really, really put years, hard work and dedication into doing some of these things. And one thing we should never do is make people think something is easy, especially a person who's not really doing all the work. Now, it is a lot of people who have successful shows and podcasts where they just sit down and they got the light man, they got the cameraman, they got the mics, they got the sound man, they got the editors. That's different, but that's when you have a team. If you, as an individual, have a concept for something you want to do, you have to know either you're going to be self-taught or you're going to have a team. You can't keep telling people you can do anything. Because it's very, very difficult to put this shit together. I'm trying to write a book right now. I'm doing it, but it ain't that easy. That's the one thing easy is saying you want to do it. The hard part is actually doing it. Just like every day. I know many of you were saying, yo, man, after Thanksgiving, I'm starting the gym. After starting the new year, we say these things every year, and it's tough. Nothing is easy. Nothing is easy. Nothing is easy. And I think many of you with YouTube channels, you're like, damn, how do I get monetized? How do I get 1,000 subscribers? These are things that are not taught. They don't teach us this stuff. They don't teach us a lot of stuff. And we keep saying to each other it's easy. And who are we learning from? Because the people who have the information gatekeep the information. So a lot of times we saying, yo, it's easy to do. It's easy to do. It's easy to do. But where do I start? And there's not too many people that have the information to tell you how to do it. Live Hip Hop Daily Online. Shout out to you. Exactly. Listen, you see what he said? All the popular podcasts have major back end. That's why they talk that they not coming out of pocket for none. I can move on now. The fam just summed it up for me. It's easy when it's getting paid for. When you got to do it, it hit a little different. When somebody say, hey, man, you need a roadcaster, that's $500. Hey, that's Shure mic, that's $400. You already $1,000 in. You ain't got no camera. You don't got no computer. You don't have nothing. You got a sound card and a microphone. Now with this, you can do a podcast. Audio. What happens when you need to do video now? What happens when you need to do video now? My brother Cost TV, I did a live with him one day and I was like, yo, why your camera look better than mine? He said, oh, I used the Elgato camera. What? Hey, I got to get that camera. That's why, but thanks to Cost TV, I did an interview with him. He put me on about the camera. So us comparing and contrasting information is what's going to make it easy. But all of this, you can do it. Nah, that shit ain't easy. I'm not going to do that to y'all because many of you, it's setting us up for failure. Just thinking that you can open a restaurant. You know how to cook? You can open a restaurant. Yeah, but who is your patrons now? Before you start anything, who is your audience? That's the first thing you got to think of. How is this boat going to float without me having the money to pay for a motor and the oil? And that's the shit that people don't talk about. But I ain't gonna do that to y'all. I'm not gonna tell y'all how to do things. And you know what's funny? Let me tell y'all something. Which I don't do, Neltron 8000, which I don't do. You don't even look right in my description box. Do you know my whole setup is in my description box? Y'all never even looked in there. Let me show y'all something. My whole setup is in the description box. Everything. Look what it say right here. Equipment I use on my show. Everything. Elgato face cam. The mixer. Everything is right there for y'all. The lighting I use. The microphone I use. The preamp I use. I gave y'all that. What I use to work. Everything is right there for you. I didn't hide the plug. I just made it where I'm going to get a little referral, but I didn't hide the plug. Everything was right there the whole time. So when people be asking me stuff, I'll be like, yo, do you go to the description box? Everything is right there. Yo, what camera you use is in the description box. I never hid the plug. I never said, I ain't telling you what camera I'm using. So when people be like, yo, what camera you use? I'm like, that's when I don't talk. Because I gave it to you. No, I gave you the plug. Somebody gave it to me. I passed it right back. You know, but I don't have conversations with people that's not going to lead to anything, because you're not going to pick my brain just to go play games. Like, our intellectual property is everything. What you know is everything, people. Don't let people play with your knowledge that you acquired and they just think, oh, give me that knowledge for free. Nah. And every time I do something like, yo, I don't want to toot my own horn, fuck that. But you know how hard it is to be in here doing your own graphics, editing your own audio. It's hard as hell to have to upload it to a website, aggregate it, make sure the dimensions for your podcast is right and exact, knowing that you got to put out an audio, and this is the audio I put out yesterday from the show. I got to make sure the dimensions is right, and this right here comes from this. This is an old one, so what I got to do is put the new thing on here, then make sure I save it as, make sure it's just 3,000 by 3,000. That's going to go. You know how hard all that is? This shit is not easy to do, but I have to do it. Why? Because I'm truly independent. That's why your support helps all of this. It gives me the time that I can do other things. I don't have to stress and worry about taking care of this and taking care of that. So I have the monies that I could take care of this and keep the lights on and keeping all this shit. You understand what I'm saying? So y'all know I'm serious about my thumbnails. I said, yo, black and red is your colors. So what you got to do is you got to make, let me show y'all something. You got to do something called, This is called, let me show you something really quick. So this right here, I do all of this. This is me just in here working on all this stuff. Just doing all this. So you have to do something called, this would be like a radiant scale background. So I either use this one where the black is on the left or the red is on the left. Either or. So sometimes, you see that, how they're interchangeable? So I could put the Jay-Z and the French picture back. This is the thumbnails that I'm using. But I could put the red over there or the red over there, depending on how I look. I got to put the outer glow. This shit ain't easy to do. So I'm not going to sit here and say to y'all, oh, you can do this and you can do that. Because you know one of the biggest things that you run into when you outsource somebody to do the graphics, now they have the power over your platform, right? Now they have the power over your creation, that if they don't give you the thumbnail in a timely fashion, how can you actually put a show out? How could you have a dope thumbnail? So you got to learn how to do it yourself. Until you could get the help, good help is hard to find. And in our culture, when people say money, they think you're going to make money, potentially make money. You ain't getting no help if they not getting paid. And everybody does deserve to get paid. But when we starting up, where is our startup money to pay people? So what I do, I learn how to do everything myself until I could pay people. And I don't take services from people for free. Because one thing about me is if I took your services, I'm going to pay you. So don't tell me, no, I got you. No, how much do you charge? Because I don't want to owe anybody a favor, because if I owe you a favor, when you ask me for a favor back, it could be something greater than what I gave you. You could say, yo, give me the keys to your car. You could be driving a Toyota Corolla. I drive a foreign. But if you say, yo, my car broke down, let me hold your car, I can't tell you no if you did me a favor before. You understand what I'm saying? And I got multiple shows that I sit here and I do graphics for. Y'all know I got the I do multiple shows. I have the rundown I do. This is for No Filter live. It's live. This is the rundown that I do. I got to do all of this. All of this is made up. Every last thing you see on here is made up. I have to do everything. Then I have this was the buckshot thing I did. Then I have this. You seen all of this. All of these thumbnails, I make all of this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna sit here and work. I could deconstruct it right in front of you. See that? See the shadow around it? That's all I'm doing. It's not easy though, because I made templates and I make it easier for myself. Then I have the actual what's the other show I got? The other show is the Interlude TV. Now I gotta make this. I gotta put it in the TV screen. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do this. I gotta get the artwork for this. I gotta make this happen. All of these are moving parts. I have to do all of this. All of these are moving parts. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not going to sit here and tell y'all that it's easy. And I'm not even the greatest graphic designer, in my opinion, but I'm going to do what I got to do to make it happen. So for them to say, we could do this, nah, they got to stop. They got to stop doing that. And they also got to let you know for the first few years, you might not get no money. So now you just working off of the love for the culture. You just working off of the love for the culture. Even on down to, let me show y'all something else if I can. Because this is very, very important. Then I'm going to end off with what I got to say about Cenat and keep it moving. Let me show y'all something else if I can, if this is going to load, because it's like to act stupid from time to time. Let me see something. Yeah, it might act cute. Yeah, it's going to act crazy. Stacy Galore, I definitely got you. If you need me for graphics and anything, you can hit me up too. I'll do whatever you need. All right, so let me move on because it's not going to load. And see, shows like this, we're not going to have 1,000 people in here. We're not going to have 5,000 people in here because I'm not going in on nobody. I'm not disrespecting nobody. And our culture tends to need that for them to, you're going to speak on that Drake, you a day late and $1 short. That was 2 days ago, for 2 days too. So all you got to do is go back to yesterday. And if you can't find it on the feed, just go to doggiediamondsnofilter.com. Everything is there. So let me also go into reason why I brought up Cenat. I don't know where he came from. He's a very big streamer. 300,000 streams. Salute to him. I don't know where he came from. I don't know why, who he's important to. The couple of times I watched him, it seemed like it was for younger people. It wasn't for me. But lately I've been seeing older people go on his platform. I've seen Snoop Dogg. And my confliction and my issue with it is that if it's for younger people, why is Snoop Dogg on there, smoking reefer? I seen even yesterday, allegedly Sexy Red was on there hitting a bump. Allegedly. So if this show is for children, why are children seeing this now? I'm confused now. That's what y'all say is for the kids. That's for the kids? Reefer and twerking and all, that's for the kids? I'm confused. So I don't understand what's happening. And he's very big in the culture. I can't get him off my damn timeline. Can't get him off my feed. So I actually made an inquiry today. Why is he forced on us? I don't know. I really don't even know why he's forced on us now. I don't know why he's everywhere. I don't know. I guess he serves a purpose. But this is where the problem lies. He also said that I'm light-skinned, but I am a black man. Don't get it twisted. My daddy and my mama is black. My daddy is very black. My mama is just fair-skinned. And I don't do colorism. Black men and women come in different shades. And as I showed you that, all around, depending on where we from, our shades are different, even in this country. He said, and I don't think it was properly addressed. He said that us black Americans don't have a culture. And he's supposed to say that. You know why? Because I don't care if he's from the Bronx. I don't care if I'm from Brooklyn. I'm from New York. That's not what I'm talking about. When I say I don't know where somebody comes from, I mean, I don't know how they popped up on the scene. So you have to pick up what I'm putting down in real time. So when I say I don't know where somebody comes from, not where they hail from, where they came from. Like people who come in a culture, we can see that they sat at somebody's feet. They come from them. They come from here. They used to be with them. This person put them on. That's what I'm saying. So he said black Americans don't have a culture. And he's supposed to say that because he doesn't know any better. And what I don't understand about the people who go on his show or the people who rock with him, they should have educated him, but they're not going to. Because people look at streams, numbers, and as long as he's getting streams and numbers, we are the sacrificial lamb. But I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to go after it because I ain't even going to really jump on my soapbox and shit because I'm going to get a little pissed off. I don't want to get mad tonight. Yo, us, black Americans, are the most disrespected people in the world. It's going to sound crazy. It's going to sound crazy to some. And unless you won, you don't know what I'm talking about. It's like the whole world make fun of us. We at everybody's expense. We got some of our people that we'll consider our people. That's from the Caribbean. And we'll say, yo, you black. And they'll say, I'm not black. I'm Jamaican. And they're right. So what I think we should do is reclaim the word black for ourselves. It's ours now. And let me tell you something. I'm proud to be a black American because we invented so many things that the world uses. And if we didn't invent it, some of these motherfuckers would still be living like the Stone Age. So, let's help one another. Let's support each other because they support you. I keep telling y'all, they're going to support each other. Shout out to my Spanish-speaking people. But when y'all get in the room, y'all speak like y'all speak to where we don't understand you. But he said we don't have a culture. We're not Ghanaian. We're not Jamaican. We're not that. Y'all just black in America. And I was like, holy, that's bad? He said, y'all just black in America. Y'all not Ghanaian. Y'all not Jamaican. Y'all not Trinidadian. Ain't that some shit to say? That was some deep shit. And then for him to be as large as he is in the streaming culture, for him to say that loud and proud, and then for so many of us to still go on there and support it because of the numbers, that shit is kind of crazy to me. He did say that. You could look it up for yourself. Of course, I can't play it for copyright issues. But that shit is crazy to say. And being that he's so young, I'm not even angry at him. I'm more angry at the people who didn't go there and educate him and correct him. Because when somebody is younger than you and you are of a certain age, it's on you to correct them because maybe they don't know any better. So instead of Snoop Dogg going on there worried about, instead of them going on there saying Snoop Dogg rolled a joint in 19 seconds, maybe he could have said, nephew, I need to talk to you about something. You had said something that's erroneous. My family is from Alabama. My family is from South Carolina. My family is from here or there. That's what he was supposed to do instead of the big thing that he rolled a blunt in 19 seconds. Because if it's children watching this, what are they learning? So they're supposed to say these things about us. You know why? Because not many of us that's in position to speak correct them. When we get around them, we just say, we sick, boss. And the things that he is saying is what was taught to him by the WS's. So we have to be careful. So I'm not mad at him. He don't know no better. But will I ever get to go on his show and say something? Probably not. But the people who gonna go in there ain't gonna say nothing either. They just gonna get on there and just be happy to be there. And that is the problem when we get in places and we happy to be in places and we forgot that there was a point where we came into these cultures to change what was going on. We came into these places to change our conditions. But once we get $1 or $2, we don't even want to change no more. We get in there and say, yo, I got money and I ain't rocking the boat for nobody. So again, he might know better. But ignorance is bliss. And don't ever estimate somebody who plays stupid for money. See, a person who's a clown, they could always blame on being a clown. That's why I say they don't know better. They can play stupid. Most of these guys who you see that look like us, that we think, oh, it's funny, they'll tell you that yo, nigga, I ain't you. I ain't you. I'm rich, I got this, I got that, I got that. I ain't you. That's why the first thing we do when we disrespect each other, we start talking about our money and where we live and how we live. You don't got this, you don't got that. Always, you have to be mindful of people who are willing to act and ask for money. They not you. That's why I started the show with that. They're not you. They're going to play stupid. They know what's going to get them some money. They know what's going to get them some shit. So they're going to play dumb because that's how they get their money. Oh, yeah, they definitely call you old. But you know, I got the crazy rebuttal for that because I've been your age, you never been mine. And at the rate you going, you probably ain't ever going to see mine. So, again, it's important to help shows like mine. It's important. And platform is so embedded in our head that we still say it, and sometimes I erroneously say it. But it's important that you support shows like mine because this is really no filter within filter of the platform I'm on. Because you see, when I was giving y'all some of that raw, not stepped on, you see what they did to me. And I'm not for separation between our people, as y'all, some of you would say melanated and all that. I ain't into the melanated shit. I'm not into the separation. But some of them are. Many of them are quick to say, I ain't you, and you ain't me. And we be looking like brother, and they be like, shit, I ain't your brother. I'm from Trinidad. So they really look at us like we have no culture. They look at us like we dumb. They look at us like we just here and we didn't add on nothing. We're not responsible for nothing. No, we're responsible for all this shit. We made it easy for many of them to come here. Seriously. And I think we got to start doubling down on that again. We got to let that shit be known. And many of us do have to fix up and stop being shiftless and bullshitting and always want to get high and get drunk because they're using them to push that on you, and they don't even do that shit. See, that's what I'm saying. They use them to push it on you, and they don't even do it. And you fall for it every time. You know what I said today? I said, damn, I remember growing up, a lot of women knew how to sing. Where all the singers at? You notice? Did you notice there's not many singers anymore? Did you notice there's not a lot of female singers anymore? You know why? Because they fucking smoke cigarettes and weed. Where all the singers at? You ain't noticed that? When I was growing up, I swear, like every female I knew how to sing. They can't even sing no more. They're too busy getting high and drunk and twerking. And Neltron 8000, we have to be careful with that too. Again, we have to be careful with history. History is just a feel-good moment, but we need to make new history. It is very, very important to make new history. We can't keep talking about what we did. We got to talk about what we doing. Seriously. So if we going to keep saying, we did this, we did that, they're going to move all of that out of the way. That's why they're trying to take certain curriculums out, because they're going to try to erase us from history and replant people into this. So when you look up the number one streamer, it's not going to be none of us. They're going to have it to where we ain't do shit. And if you're somebody in the chat and you're a supporter of mine and you are from a different nationality and you consider yourself to be black, salute to you. But when you run across people who try to separate themselves or stick their nose in the air and act like they're better than us, it's up to you to educate them the way it's up to white people to educate other white people. Because I'm not here to argue with ignorant people. So it's up to you to educate your people and say this, that, and the third. Thank you, Tanya Mesidor, the most informative YouTube channel. I agree with her. She's right. And bring back the Panthers. I have my reservations about the Panthers too. The Panthers was a political group. That was it. They were all inclusive. I just had this conversation with Tad today. Whoa, my cousin Tad. We just had this conversation about the Panthers today. They were a political group. That was it. They were all inclusive. They believed in communism. They smashed white chicks. So though I don't know about bring back the Panthers. I don't know about all that. They were not a pro-black group. They were not. Very, very, we got to be careful with that. With the Panthers. And I salute what they did, but that was a short-term fix. And we need a long-term situation. And it ran its time. But salute to everything they did. I'm not going to take away from anything that they did that would be foul, because they definitely did more than me. But they were a political group. They were just political. That was it. They were not pro-black at all. They didn't even teach that. They came after Malcolm. They came after the Pan-Africanists and the Garveyites and all that. And they read the Red Book. You know, they read the Red Book. They was reading stuff like that. They was into communism and all of that. You know, so yeah. You can't, first of all, I just want y'all to say, I read every Panther book from Elaine Brown to Asada's. I read it all. So you can't educate me nothing about the Panthers. That was one of the most studied organizations that I studied, mainly because I studied why a lot of organizations break up. And before you say what somebody created and what somebody did, always look at the source and who funded it. So y'all gotta be careful when you regurgitate and not really research. Because it's easy to say, oh, they created this and they created that. But that was knowledge that you might have had at one point. But now when you go back and you look at stuff, yeah, I read everything. I read everything. You know, I read everything I can get my hands on. I read everything. But reading is one thing, comprehension is another. And you know, I read Elaine Brown, Rise to Power. I was 18. Like I said, I probably read more books than some people will ever read in their life 20 years ago. You know, and the problem is we keep regurgitating stuff. What did you create? See, now, before you say that, I want to know why you asked. No, don't. God damn. They didn't have to get timed out or nothing. Don't time them out, because some people need to have dialogue, and I don't think that was disrespectful. What did I create? I want to know why you asking me that. I want to know why you asking me that. I want to know why you asking me what did I create. I want to know why that's important. Because I can ask you, what did you create as well? You telling me, you asking me what did I create? What does that have to do with anything? Because I can ask you, what did you create? Because you're talking about what somebody else allegedly created. So what did you create? You talking about, that's like you saying your brother got a nice car and you walking. And you asking me, where's my car? But you talking about your brother's car. Where's your car? So what did you create? I could say what I created. And the funniest thing is that everybody who knows me know that I have youth groups. I took children on I took children to maybe like 10 trips out of our pocket. Out of our pocket. I'm not federally funded. I don't even got a 501c3. But you're talking about what I created. But what did I say wrong here tonight? So for you to even ask me that, what did I say wrong here tonight to make you ask me, what did you create? So I'm confused. What did you create? So you want to talk about somebody else's accolades. What did you create? I can show you my work. And I ain't talking about YouTube. I'm talking about children. Children, the first person to the mind of the child is the most important. So a lot of times when you teaching children about their history and you teaching them, taking them all types of places, that's something that shaped them and mold them. That's why a lot of my little cousins and all them got high school graduations. Got high school diplomas, high school. We've been to graduations. That's my creation. Family. But what did you create? And I don't even know why I get so personal, because I was correcting you on something. Because again, if you're trying to tell me the Panthers was pro-black, then you don't know the Panthers. How could you be pro-black and have white people in your organization? Or take federal funding how could you take federal funding from somebody who's supposed to be the enemy? Can't be pro-black taking federal funding from the government. I thought you was anti-government. And that's not to knock them. I'm just saying, why are you saying bring the Panthers back? Why don't you create your own version of what they did? You talking about bring somebody back from over 60, 70 years ago. Where's your works at? Why don't you create them? We were talking about bring back something. Let's go back. Let's take it back to, no. Time don't go backward. It only goes forwards. We're never going to get that time back. We're never going to get no time back. We can only move forward. And that's what y'all afraid of. And it's funny. I'm going to close out with this. My cousin Taz said something in front to y'all one day. And he said, yo, the elders, the John Henry Clarks, the Malcolms, the Dr. Ben, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's, the Marcus Garveys, all of our elders and our ancestors now always talked about our future. They always talked about our future. We the only people that keep talking about the past. They always talked about what they wanted for us in the future. We keep talking about the past. Y'all didn't notice that? We always talk about the past, but them in the past was talking about us. They was talking about what they wanted for us, and we keep talking about what they did. So when we gonna honor them and do what they wanted us to do and follow the instruction that they laid and build on it? We keep talking about, that's why you got people like fast-talking people like Umar. That's why y'all keep falling for that. Because he keeps saying, in 1962, and this, that, and the third, you keep talking about the past, but all our elders talk about what they wanted for us now, and we don't even want what we want for us now. Because we keep talking about, yeah, man, and we used to, and we need to bring back. Ain't none of that shit ever coming back. It's not coming back. Once you seen them on the Senate floor kneeling with dashikis, you wanted to wear a dashiki again? You wanted to wear those patterns again? See what I'm saying? It's black billionaires and millionaires. You, sir, are a bozo. I didn't want to do it to you. You, sir, or madam, are a bozo because you based liberation off of somebody having money. Now, if it's black billionaires and millionaires, where exactly did they get their money from? I'll wait. Who gave it to them? How did they earn it? You think something that's anti-government is going to be able to thrive? Do you know who J. Edgar Hoover was? Did you read anything? Do you know anything? Do you know anything? You're just talking. You just keep talking. We could evolve. What are you, stupid? I don't want to call you stupid. Maybe you're misinformed, but you doing a lot of typing. Anybody that's typing, see, people have this. See, that's not true. Anybody who disagrees with me is a bozo. That's not true, because a lot of people don't always agree with me, but it's respectful. But if it's not logic and it's not making no sense, you're a fucking bozo, because you're saying something that's error. You're in error. If I'm saying something that makes complete sense, why would you say something illogical? You say we have black billionaires and black millionaires, and the Panthers could evolve today. You sound crazy. Y'all never read The Spook Who Sat by the Door? Why everybody got to be loud with their intentions? It don't make no sense. And he kept talking, and he kept throwing jabs at me, and I didn't say nothing, because if I scroll up, oh, you mad at my comment? Yeah, I made you mad. So you didn't see all that though, right? You didn't see all that. You just say, oh, anybody that don't agree with you is a bozo. You tell me how a billionaire and a millionaire is going to be a Black Panther, something that was a grassroots group who was in the community of Oakland, California. Then they spread around. Did you know that the Panthers had an East Coast, West Coast war too? Did you know that? So anyway, but go watch who y'all like to watch. Go watch the low vibrating, drinking, smoking individuals that give you what you need. Go watch that shit. I don't even want y'all here. Seriously. You don't do no justice for me. You don't add on, you don't comment, you probably not even subscribe, you don't donate, you don't do nothing. You're only here to disagree. No, you're not finna be a bozo in a minute. You're finna be blocked. So hold this down. Because the same thing that make you laugh just made you cry. With that, I'm Doggie Diamonds. I'm out. Until next time. Peace, y'all. I'm out.